Hello everyone, if you do not know, my name is Samaria. I am the owner and creator of Lovely Home and Body. I just kind of want to get on here and do like a little introductory video. This video may not be really too long, just to kind of give you guys like a background story on where I came from, my history, and like the goal of my business, to give you guys some like little tips if you wanted to start like a little candle business yourself. So Lovely Home and Body originally started off as Lovely Organics. I started that like maybe a couple years ago. If you don't know, some people may have saw. I was selling like skincare products, like the facial oils, like the face serums, the body butters, the body scrubs, and things like that. You know, like little homemade stuff that a lot of people can do. However, I feel like it was just kind of so time consuming, and I was not making the kind of money I wanted to make. So I kind of felt like I was beating a dead horse. Especially making products that people put on their face and skin, you have to be really, really careful. And because I did not have the startup money to like get a scientist and, you know, create my products in the lab, I just kind of felt like it wasn't safe for me to do anyway. So I decided I wanted to really like shift my focus. So now I sell candles. Right now, Lovely Home and Body is I kind of want to be like a Bath and Body Works type of thing. Right now, we're just doing candles. I kind of want to test the waters with the candles and see how the candles really, like how much profit I can make off of the candles and if the candles do well. I've been selling candles for over a year now. I'm going to give you guys like some tips and tricks on how you can sell candles as well, where I get some of my supplies from. I will link it down below. If I forget, you guys just remind me in the comments. So right now I sell soy candles. I will say if you're just starting out, it's nothing wrong with getting test products from Amazon. When I first started selling candles, I got all my products from Amazon. I was using paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is really cheap, but a lot of people don't like paraffin wax because they say it, you know, emits toxins into the air. But I mean, you know, like Bath and Body Works, Yankee Doodle, they all use paraffin wax and it's approved by the FDA, so it's up to you. Some people say they will never use it. I feel like it's really not a big deal if it's approved by the FDA, but it can, I guess, emit toxins in the air, so I guess that's why some people have like I don't know, they feel a way towards it. Me, I stopped with the paraffin wax just to be on the safe side. But I did get like a lot of my starter products from Amazon, so I'm going to go over that with you right now. I will say, of course, if you're going to be making candles, you need vessels. I got these vessels from Amazon. This is like a cool little like 10-ounce vessel. I think you get like maybe like 20 of them for like $20. They're really, really cheap, but they're not really good quality, but they're good for testing. When you're making candles, before you can sell anything, you have to test. So this is like a 10-ounce vessel. It didn't come like this. This is like the wick I used just because this is like one of the candles I was going to use to test. It comes with warning labels. If you're going to be selling candles, you have to know that you have to have warning labels at the bottom of your candles. But usually when you purchase candles, it comes with it. If not, you can buy warning labels off of Amazon just to cover yourself. Anything you are selling online, have to make sure you have the proper labeling. God forbid if someone, you know, if the candle explodes, because a candle can explode, or God forbid if someone houses catches on fire, this will protect you. Also wicks. If you're going to be using soy candles, I recommend Eco Wicks. This is like a 6, I think this is a 6, yeah, this is a 6. This is an Eco 6 wick. I use these for my soy candle. These typically do work really, really good with the 10-ounce candle. However, like I said, I just use these to test my product. I do not sell them. If I'm doing an instance where I am like doing like a giveaway, like say right now I'm selling the 14-ounce candles. I got these wicks, these vessels off of Makesy. These are like my favorites. These are like a 14-ounce. And I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to make a purchase. I really, really appreciate it if you guys show me some love on my website. It's called lovyorganics.org. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, of course, YouTube, Facebook. You'd be surprised if you're a business owner. I would say do not sleep on Facebook. You'd be surprised how many people still shop on Facebook. But yeah, you can get these. These are a little bit more expensive, but they're worth it. They don't easily break. If you're burning a candle, they don't get hot quick. And these are more heavy duty. So I would recommend when you start your candle business to get quality vessels. You can get them, like I said, off of Makesy. And these are really, really good with the wick. Now, these in particular, I will say, I would double wick this. I would use 2 of these for a 14-ounce vessel. That's just me. If not, some people use wooden wicks. I have not tried wooden wicks yet, but that's something I do kind of want to try in the near future. This is a lighter. This is an electric lighter. You guys can get off of Amazon. I think I got this for maybe like $5. This is so you don't have to worry about like burning yourself. It's a lighter. It lights a candle just like it lights anything else. It's electric. You can just turn it on. It comes with the charge, so you can charge it as well. Like I said, I think it's like $5, but it's very eco-friendly. It has like a little flashlight, and it's like a little button right here. This is how you would light your candle, you know, just kind of. I don't want to do too much. Also, you need a thermometer. If you're going to make candles, you're going to need a thermometer. I think I paid like, again, $5. And all of my starter stuff I got off Amazon for really, really cheap. So don't worry about it. You can start a candle business for like really, really cheap. You don't need a lot of money. I think I probably paid like $5 or $6 for this. I kind of want to invest in another one because the quality is not the greatest, but it's cute. What I will say is when you are melting your wax, they say, especially for soy wax, that once you put the fragrance oil in, and it should be fragrance oil. Some people like essential oils, but fragrance oils in specific work with candles. I don't necessarily recommend using essential oils because they don't really burn and last as good. But I would say if you're making candles, especially soy candles, use fragrance oil. And you can get that off of Makesy as well. And Candle Science has really, really good fragrance oils. I will say, again, if you're going to make your home candles, I would try to test and make a different scents with fragrance oils because a candle business is so common. If you sell something like Japanese cherry blossom, that's something they can just get off Bath and Body Works. So if you sell something that's really, really common, people probably won't be prone to like buy your products. So they're like, I can just get that off of Bath and Body Works. So I would say play with the fragrance oils like a lot just to get like your own signature scents. But yeah, with this, I make sure that I put my fragrance oil between like 185 and 190 degrees Fahrenheit. And when I pour it into my vessel, whether I'm using like this, the ones that I sell, or the test vessels, I pour it in like around 160 so that way it's not really hot. Some people say pour it in 180, that's up to your discretion. Before you pour your candles, your wax into your candle vessel, you have to stir it for 2 minutes to make sure that the fragrance oil binds really, really well. So don't just pour it in there. Pour your fragrance oil into the melted wax and stir it for 2 minutes. And then you can pour it into the vessel. When you pour it into the vessel, if you're using soy, you have to have a lot of patience because soy takes 2 weeks to cure. Meaning 2 weeks for the fragrance oil to bind to the wax till you can sell it. If you burn it or sell it before then it won't burn correctly and you probably won't have a good hot throw. Meaning you probably won't be able to smell the candle good. So you have to have a lot of patience when you're making candles. Even though candle businesses typically are like a cheap startup, you have to have a lot of patience because it's not something you can just sell the next day. You have to wait for the candle to cure. If you're using, one of the reasons why people do like using paraffin wax is when you use paraffin wax, it only takes 2 days to cure and it's cheaper and it has a really, really, really strong hot throw. But people say that paraffin wax isn't vegan, so that's the only thing with that. But I mean, it's cheaper. It burns really, really well. It doesn't take long to cure, so it's up to your discretion. Regardless of what, like I said, paraffin wax is still approved by the FDA, so I'm not going to sit there and tell you don't use it. This little thing right here, I really don't know what it's called. When you buy a starter kit from Amazon, it comes with this, but it does secure the wick in the center, so that way when you are pouring the wax, you make sure that the wick is in the center and not like off to the side somewhere. Because that can happen, and then once your candle hardens, that's it. It's nothing you could do. So make sure you put this on your wick to center it before you pour your wax. Now this is just like a little starter video. I just kind of want to do with you guys, but of course in the future I will do like a whole video on how I actually make the candles. But I'm just gonna like talk to you guys a little bit today. Sorry guys. This is a wick cutter. So to trim your wick, because your wick, like I said before, I got these off of Amazon. These kind of come long depending on what kind of vessel you use, whether you're using like a 14-ounce vessel from Macy or like a little 10-ounce vessel from Amazon. The wicks come in a standard size, so you have to trim your wicks accordingly. So a wick trimmer is also really good to have. I think this was like $8. Once again, I got this off Amazon. You just use it to trim your wick like this, and it pops right off. You know what I'm saying? And then I would make sure when you are trimming your wick, I would say at least like a ½ an inch, maybe more than that. But not like all the way to the brim. Now, I will say when it comes to candles, some people say that you don't need a lid, because I know like these, the ones you buy from Amazon, I got these from Amazon for really, really cheap, but they are thin, but they come with a lid. Now, having a lid on a candle helps to secure the fragrance so that the fragrance, I don't want to say it evaporates, because that's not how it works. But if you do not have a lid, then it can kind of downgrade the candle a little bit. So over time, the fragrance and the hot throw won't be as strong if you do not have a lid to cover it every single time you finish burning it. They say put a lid over it so that way you can still have a really strong scent. These candle vessels that I get from Macy, they're my favorite. They come in multiple different colors, but you have to buy the lid separately. So that's why some people like, oh, you know, a lid is optional. If you do not want a lid or don't want to use lids on your products, you have to let your consumer know that if you're not going to use a lid, then you're going to have to burn the candle as soon as possible, because you can't just have a candle sitting around the house for months without no lid, because when you go to light it, the fragrance won't be as strong. And you know what I mean. Keeping a lid helps to maintain the fragrance, so that way when you do light your candle, it can light up the whole house. I will say it is also really, really good to have a hot gun. People call it a hot gun, people call it a heat gun. I got this off Amazon for $20. When you're typically using soy wax does not harden with a smooth finish. So I use the heat gun. Like I said, it's only $20, but you have to be careful, because this part gets really, really hot. It's not on now, of course. Use the heat gun to kind of like go over the candle, to make sure that you have an even smooth finish. I got this for $20 off of Amazon. What you also need is a measuring cup. I don't have my measuring cup with me at the moment, but you need a measuring cup to make sure that you have the right amount of fragrance oil to wax. Now, for instance, some people say that if you are using soy wax, or any type of wax, the fragrance oil load should be between 8 to 12%. Me personally, I do like using a lot of fragrance, because I like my candles to light up the whole house. Everyone does not feel that way, but I tend to use between 11 and 12% fragrance oil in my candles. I can't speak for nobody else, but that's what I do in my house. Also want to say, I do not have and I'm doing like a little impromptu video. I'll come back and do another video. I do not have like my fragrance oils in front of me. I'll do that in another video. Like I said before, you have to be careful with the essential oils. I would not purchase any fragrance oils from Amazon, because if we're being honest, they're not strong. Amazon is really, really good for making starter candles, because you have to test that you're using the correct wax, test that it's curing correctly, test that it's going to burn correctly with the wick that you're using. If you're making soy candles, I would recommend an Eco Wick. But you have to test. Amazon is really, really good for testing, but when you are making candles for mass production, I would recommend websites such as I think it's like Candle Science, Macy. I typically use Macy. I will link that down below, because Macy has a lot of sales and they have high quality stuff. I would get my candle vessels, my fragrance oil, my wick from like a reliable candle distribution center. I wouldn't get that from Amazon, because Amazon kind of has like cute little starter kit stuff. I do want to kind of try using like wooden wicks. I'll show that to you guys in another video. But this was like just like a quick little how-to video. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will come back with another video probably tomorrow. This is just like a little cute little how-to. Like I said before, this is a cute little starter vessel you can get from Amazon for cheap, just for practice. Make sure you have your warning labels at all times. When you're ready for mass production, you test your candles. You have the formula that you want to use. I would recommend getting vessels from Makesy or like Candle Science or anywhere else. Make sure you have a thermometer. Make sure you have a lighter so you can light your candles. This is eco-friendly. Make sure you have this so you can center the wick so that way it's not all over the place. If you are using a vessel, this is like a 14 ounce. This is pretty big. I recommend either using a wooden wick or double wick this. One wick, I don't like how this burns with one wick. I feel like it kind of burns to where as though you have like the wax just kind of only burning through the middle, and that makes a mess. So I wouldn't do that. Of course, you need your wicks. You can get these off Amazon, but I would recommend getting these from Candle Science. Of course you need, sorry guys. Of course you're gonna need like measuring cups to measure your fragrance oil and your heat gun. So thank you guys for watching. This is like my little TED Talk when it comes to making candles. I will come back to you guys a reference to like how to post on social media, when to post on social media. Also will give you guys like little videos so you can see me actually making candles. Please, 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 please purchase. I will use the link down below. I'm having a huge summer sale. Everything's on sale. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook at Luvvie Home and Body. It's going to be like a little black logo with like gold lettering. Everything's on sale. The website will be linked below, LuvvieOrganics.org. Thank you guys so much. Please show me some love. If you do make a purchase, please make a purchase. I will try to get the candles out to you as soon as possible. It does take 3 to 5 business days for shipping, but right now everything's currently on sale. I will get back on here to get, do a little bit more tutorials with you guys. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy your day.